Gonna give it a second. Let some people come in here. Well, hello. Hello, hello. I was just sitting here looking at myself thinking, is anybody gonna show up? And you did. Hello, Dad H. Hello, Joe Morgan. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Well, the house is officially cleared out. Everybody's gone home. And let's see if I can. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Let me turn this up. Can y'all hear me now? Can I get a 5x5 or a 10x6 or a 2x4? Or a wide ass and a narrow door? Midwestern life. Hello, darling. Dan H., I'm going to make you a moderator, too. Act right. There we go. Coffee. Good morning. Afternoon. Make you a moderator as well. Y'all just keep on coming in. Let me get you going here. You feel like you've been hit by a 2x4 this morning, Joe? I tell you what. Really, Coffee? Oh, girl. I've had a channel for a while now. I've got like 500 and some odd videos. Yeah. Yeah. I've had a channel for a good long while. But, yeah, I just want to step in here, and say it's over for another year if we make it. Yeah. But I'm happy today. I've had a good day. It was a good holiday. Got to see a lot of family and stuff that normally wouldn't. That I normally wouldn't see. Kind of sad. Greet up. What are you doing? I didn't know you wasn't a moderator on my channel. Hold on, babe. We go blue you too. Yeah, I was thinking about you earlier. I was in a live chat this morning and they was talking about pain, and I thought, damn, Green Thumb Prepper's got the fucking pain medicine up there where he's at. Damn it. What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, so Santa was good to me this year. I received some fiat cash, which I'm going to use that to get my truck fixed, or at least start trying to get my truck fixed so I can start making some road trips. I figure if I run out of money between here and the point that I'm going to, I'm just going to panhandle. I'm just going to ask for some money to get me on down the road. I ain't got no plan as far as, any of that goes, but hey, it is what it is. I'll make it up as I go. I want to come by and see y'all. Or at least y'all that ain't scared. People say one thing, but when it comes time and Bugout shows up on the door, they're like, nope. Changed my mind. But anyway, no, it's been a really good holiday. I was blessed this year. 2024, I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what to expect. I did put out a video, and I know a couple people had seen it, a couple people commented on it and stuff, and I really think one of our biggest threat is artificial intelligence, but neither here nor there. So far, Joe, you're the only one that's answered on the Chuck. Hey, what are you doing? How are y'all? Come back here, Chuck. Hold on. Act right, Chuck. I made you blue. I know you act right. Anyway, but I want to start doing some lives with people. And I'm not sure on how to go about doing that, simply because everything that I do, every video that I produce, every chat that I'm in, Anything that has to do with the internet, I use this little cell phone. It's an AT&T phone that I refuse to pay any more fucking money on because they would not make me come inside and make a cash payment unless I wore a fucking mask. Well, fuck them. I'm keeping their fucking phone and they can keep my fucking bill. It's just that simple. I'm not gonna play the game. So I got an AT&T phone. Oh, yes. And I can use it for, if I got Wi-Fi. But it's a really good phone. It was a very expensive phone too, because I'd gotten it before all the hoo-ha and all the mandates and requirements. But the minute they told me I couldn't come in and make a cash payment because everything I do is with cash, the only credit I have is negative bad credit, and I don't care because they can just eat it. I don't give a crap anymore. Eat that shit. You gonna send money all the way over there across the ocean? You gonna support these illegals that's coming in the freaking border down here, and I can't even get a freaking pot to piss in or a window to throw it out? I'm an American citizen. Keep your fucking debt too. That's how I feel about the government. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit at all. I don't. But it is what it is. Yeah. Well, let's see. I'm behind on the chat. I'm just going off. Why y'all let me go off like that? Y'all just like to see me go off. Resistance. Hello. I didn't get to see your video that you just posted just a little while ago. I made you blue, darling. I'm going to look like a bunch of Smurfs in here in a minute. Can't get my cigar lit. You're welcome, Chuck. You're welcome. But yeah, so at one time when I first sobered up, let's put it like this, I decided I was going to do the right thing all the way around. I'm going to follow every single law. I'm going to stop at every stop sign. I ain't going to con nobody. I ain't going to cheat nobody. I ain't going to pull no game on nobody. I ain't going to hustle. I ain't going to do diddly squat. I'm going to fly right. Well, I did fly right. And I flew right for a long, long time until 2019. See? I had a bunch of videos. I probably would have had over 2,000 videos already, but YouTube removed a lot of those, and I got shadow banned. About 2020, third month in March, and a lot of my stuff got removed. That's okay. It ain't no big deal. Once I get, totally kicked off this channel, whatever the case it may, or this algorithm, this YouTube social interaction, whatever the fuck you want to call this shit. It's going to be old-fashioned for me. I'm going to have to drive to your house to say hello or send you a letter in the mail. That's how strong and firm I feel about all this stuff. Yes, I do without a lot. It's twofold, though. It's twofold. One, Smurfette, she's the only one in the blue box. Yeah. She is. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know if it's Rona ban or not. It's censorship, it's control. That's just a freaking excuse. I'm a no excuse kind of gal. Granted that I've hurt my back the last couple of years. I've been stationary. I've been living at my son's house. Granted. But when all that crap started, I was like, screw it. I am liquidating every fucking thing that I got. I am not paying into the system anymore. I ain't gonna play their shit. Now, here we go, having to comply to a certain extent so I can get some medical treatment because I am not a back surgeon. And I can't do x-rays on my own back. I'm not that skilled. I'm not skilled in that way. Yeah. Yeah. Well, see, when I first heard that, Green Thumb, I first heard that T-Mobile thing on rescues live a couple days ago. I forget who brought it up. Somebody brought it up, and well, bring her on, Chuck. Bring her on. Um, more the merrier. Tell her I said hello. Tell her we all said hello. And we miss her. Um, but I heard about that T-Mobile thing on that censorship and everything. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. I feel, put your tinfoil hat on, participate. You, Joe Morgan, put the tinfoil hat on. I see you over there giggling, loading your Glock up. Green Thumb, put the bowl down. We're being serious now. We could put on our tinfoil hats. I think the T-Mobile fiasco is just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah. And so everything, like even this communication that we're doing right now and the words coming out of my mouth and the text that you're putting and responding to, the AI will know all that. And if it goes against it, poof, it's magic. You're gone. You see what I'm saying? So that's what my plan on for 24 is, to get my Jolene, my truck, get her ass in gear, get her ready, and start going from place to place, taking messages, setting things up, doing things the old-fashioned way. Because I was watching this thing, this commentary, and one of the reasons why they're having so many problems knocking out a bunch of that hoo-ha over across the ocean, you know what I'm talking about? Hold on a minute. Hold on. Hold up, y'all. I gotta have my cigar again. Shit. It's because it takes $20 billion to knock down a $500 missile. Okay? They're not using normal communications. They're using archaic, old communications. Widow, hello, darling. Gonna make you blue. It's a blue day. Now you are a standard channel moderator. Green Thumb. Coffee says they have not updated the terms of service since last May, and there was nothing according to everything I found. It was about scam calls from companies. Do you know which video? Well, I guess we're talking about the T-Mobile thing still. But I'm telling you, paranoia, or whatever the fuck you want to call that shit. I think all that Trump hoo-ha, the ice cream man, and the ones who dropped their ice cream on the floor. You remember Eddie Murphy used to say, "Goonie goo goo, I got an ice cream. I dropped my ice cream. I dropped my ice cream." All them, all that is a distraction. There ain't no way we're going to get anything done around here unless we do what our forefathers done. And we're going to have to fight for it, literally. So what I want to do is I want to get my Pony Express going. So any types of communications are not going to be put over the internet. That includes email. That includes encryption. How do you think, I'm just saying, not pointing nobody out or being, auspicious or whatever the fuck, emails is run by programs, that's run by artificial intelligence. All that stuff, I think, is going to become sentient next year, because some of the programs already have. You just start digging to Lockheed Martin, see what they're working on. Yeah. Dig into all that. They're not playing. I think that's what it's about. And we're only going to be 6 years away from the deadline. 6 years. They're on time crunch. So we're going to have a lot of shit going on. From population control to clearing it out by war or some other means. It's happening. 2030 ain't when it starts. That's the deadline. China's 10 years ahead of us, 10 years ahead of the rest of the world. They are the poster child for that shit. You're not going to be able to do nothing. So I think the more underground we go, the better off we'll be. Yes, it may be somewhat of an inconvenience, but like the old Pony Express, one meets up and the other one carries it the rest of the way, and then we meet up and we carry it back as best as we can, because they're going to be monitoring this. That's why there's no way that we can get some type of organ, nationization, hoo-ha. You see what we have to do? We got to do this shit because we already fucking know. They already trying to control us by this. But, yeah. Anyway, thank you, Magic. This is my ghetto shit. This is when I feel like going to war. No. Well, my hair is so long, Magic, that I'm out here trying to smoke, and I don't want to catch it on fire because it blows all in your face. It makes it inconvenient when you have to put a hair fire out and you're trying to do a live. It just doesn't work. I'm ready for 24. I'm ready for some shit. I'm ready to start some shit. I'm ready to cause some shit. I'm ready to walk a butthole, stop a butthole, and walk this other bitch dry. I'm done being patient. So, until I get bond money, or J6 type money, I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. That's why I've been trying to, push this out there. We got to go back to the basics without this shit right here that we're on. Try and make a phone call. And it's even hard because, I have a feeling that they're going to monitor voice calls as well. Now, as far as the mail system is concerned, I think they only x-ray for certain things. They don't x-ray letters. You see what I'm saying? To see what the letter says. Unless of course, you're sending it to a penitentiary or a jailhouse, well, then it's going to get opened up and it's going to get read. You might think I'm crazy. You might think I'm off the fucking charts. I've been off the charts like this for a long time. And everybody thought I was crazy back then. But I was telling Ontario Prepper earlier, he had posted some stuff, and I told him, I said I had to take some of the foil off my hat. It was getting real heavy. And I only took the foil off my hat simply because those conspiracy theories, they came true. They were actually proven. And so, Dan, what do you mean cut back on the Aquanet? And I won't have so many hair fires. Well, you got jokes this morning, don't you? But yeah, I just took a couple of those layers off. Now, there's still some on there, granted. But I truly believe if people wake up and stop thinking that the shit's going to go back, it ain't going back. Ain't shit going back. Have you ever heard of any entity that has made such great progress in control, switching it back over and say, oh, we're going to go by the rules now? Fuck no. They done broke all the freaking rules. They're going to continue to break the rules. And I ain't going to sit down and let them give it to me without any freaking Vaseline. I ain't going to take it. We got to get fired up about this shit. For real. I'm not advocating violence at this point. But y'all know what I'm talking about. You cannot defeat an army that is not fighting on the same level as you are. If all you're using is technology and they don't communicate or operate on that same level, there is no harm that you can do to them because you cannot find them. You cannot track them. I've given some great thought to this stuff. Vision! Well, looky there. What are you doing in the crazy house with all of us? I'm gonna make you moderator, Vision. Act right. Don't be start acting all wild and stuff. That's okay. You can act wild. I won't stop you. As long as it's on your own table, not my table. But there's going to come a time, and I think the time is, like Vision would say, now. Stop fucking around. Start taking this shit seriously. Because I feel that we're not going to be able to fight them on their level. So we got to go Wild Wild West. And I know there's a lot of people that I watch and I follow that have absolutely no idea what it's like to be a gangster or to have that criminal mentality or that mob. I'm not talking about BLM, and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking about Italian mob mentality, that things are dealt with, boom, right then and there. They can't track us if we ain't got electronics. And so that's what my year of 2024 is going to be. I'm going to make it hard for them to track me. Their little... Okay, get to moving. Get to moving, Joe. I'm glad you stopped in. I love you, bud. Love you. I know, widow. I know, and I know that you told me too before that they've taken down a lot of your channels before and done all that. But if for some reason y'all don't hear from me no more, just know I got my email on this channel. I'm trying to make as many connections as I can now, because that's what I'm going to start doing in 24. I'm going to start making my rounds. And if we got messages that we need to send that need to be secure and stuff, I'll take them. It's just got to get my truck going. Well, I'm not drunk. Coffee. You talking about? I don't know who you talking about, but somebody in here's always fucked up. We either all stoned or all drunk. And I've said before, we're all here because we're not all there. But that's what I think it's going to be. You got to prepare for the worst case, the worst freaking case scenario that you could possibly think of. And that is nothing. No ham, no nothing. No ham radio is what I'm talking about. No communications whatsoever. You got to get from point A to point B. I want to get a horse. I love horses, and I wanted to get a gypsy wagon. I'm serious about this stuff, y'all. Hold on a minute. I gotta put my cigar out. But, I'll be talking a lot of shit sometimes, but I ain't talking no shit about this. I firmly believe these things. I've been around. I'm 56 years old. I've been around. I've seen a whole lot of stuff. I don't put nothing past them. Not a thing. They have showed us, they are showing us every day that they don't give a crap about what we think, our rights, or how we feel. So why participate in their hoo-ha? I ain't paying taxes. I won't pay another freaking income tax in my life. They can come give me 2 hots and a cot. I don't freaking care, because I'll wreak havoc. They'll have to have me in solitary, because I'll have that place rocking and rolling too. That's why I usually challenge everybody, and it's not something that I haven't done before. I'm not going to tell nobody to do something that I haven't done before, or something that I cannot do now. Granted, yes, my back is out and I have a hard time, but you know what? If I freaking had to, I'd walk the fuck up out of here. and just give it over to God, and God will make a way. I know this 100%. He will make a way every time, penniless or the richest person in the world. If he wants you to get there, he'll get you there. I've lived without electricity. I've lived without running water. I've lived in the woods for weeks and months at a time. And you have to prepare yourself, turn everything off. At the box, don't see where you're lacking in a true scenario of shit hitting the fucking fan. You ain't got no comms. You ain't got no vehicle. You ain't got no electricity, no water. You got what you got. You got to make it work. There you're going to measure out your level of preparedness. I guarantee you. Anyway, that's what I'm getting ready for, y'all. That's exactly what I'm getting ready for. Oh, man. Arkman, I love him. I just absolutely love him. I was down there on the little river bottom. It's not too far from his place. And I've been down there for a while. It was raining. It was snowing. It was sleeting. And I had a teepee tent. And I had another tent that had all my supplies in it. And I tell you what, that's how I learned to keep a fire going when it was pouring down rain and you was having to sleep in your galoshes and your boots and everything was muddy and everything was wet. But I guarantee you one thing, my fire did not go out. I learned how to bank logs. If you don't know anything about banking a log, I suggest you try it out. You really only need three things. You need something for your shelter, you need something for your water, and something to start a fire with. Everything else is a luxury. That's it. That's just as simple as it gets. You got to be willing to do things that you normally wouldn't do. My biggest worry when I was down there in Arkansas, where Arkman's at, were the freaking hogs, man. They'd run through that damn camp, scare the bejeebies out of me. You never seen somebody move their ass so quick. It's like that's why I learned how to trap. That's all I'm saying, is we can no longer pretend that everything is going to get better. It's as good as it is going to get. They're not giving us shit back. They're going to continue to take. Just saying. It's a realization. It is what it is. And I know a lot of people don't like to do the doom and gloom. I'm not doing doom and gloom. I'm doing what the fuck is real shit. As long as you comply, your life will be comfortable. I can promise you that. If you're complying, your life will be comfortable. You will have nothing to worry about. You'll have no concerns whatsoever. That when you flip that switch on that wall, the electricity will come on as long as you comply. You turn that faucet, the water will come out as long as you comply. You'll be able to drive that vehicle as long as you comply. I ain't got no insurance on my truck. My truck ain't been registered or tagged for over 2 years. Fuck them. My truck's 21 years old. I done paid for that shit time and again. I ain't doing it no more. Not while you're sending shit over there across the ocean and giving them illegal shit coming up here through the border every day. No, it's not happening. Yeah, my social credit score is this. That's my social credit score. Once they take my little Obama phone from me, screw them. I don't need it no way. I know how to walk. I know how to hitchhike. I know how to get to where I need to go without any help from the freaking government. I will use it to the end. Till I can't use it anymore. Started working when I was 13. And I can't even get stuff unless... Come on. I'm not going to play with them. You got to know the basics. You got to be able to survive with no comforts whatsoever and be happy about it. Not that you will own nothing and be happy. You know what I own? I own my ass. I own my freedom to decide when I wake up, when I go to sleep, when I eat, when I breathe, and what I spend my money on and where I spend it on. That's what I own. I own my thoughts. I own what comes out my mouth. I own my actions. I'm not going to comply. I done seen way too much to be so naive to think that anything that they say or do up there, y'all know what I'm talking about, in Crazy Land, D.C., is going to benefit me. It's not. Their actions speak louder than their words. Look at their actions. You know what I'm saying? I want to get y'all fired up. Get fired fucking up and kick somebody's fucking ass into doing the right thing for America. You get out there and vote while you still can. It's not necessarily going to make a big difference, but you can still do it. You can do it. Take advantage of it. You can do it. I tell y'all what, I voted last year, right? In the local, for the Senate, all that kind of stuff that they have every 2 years. They sent me a letter 8 weeks after the election saying that my vote did not count because I wasn't a registered voter. But they demanded seeing my driver's license to make sure I was a resident of the state of Texas and of my county. Where does it say in the freaking Constitution you have to be registered to vote? You have to be an American citizen to vote. I got pissed off about that shit. But my people, anyway, still got elected, so it is what it is. So it doesn't matter. They're going to do what they want to do, but still go out there and do it anyway. Speak your mind. You don't agree with something, speak it. I try and measure what I do and say, if it's kind, if it's necessary, and if it's true. I struggle on the kind part because I don't have a filter. And if I see bullshit, let's say I'm out at the store or whatever, I'm going to call bullshit real quick. We all grown. It's 18 plus, okay? And I'm just not going to have it. Sit back and watch friends and family serve this country and get denied services. Given arm and leg and brain sometimes because they've lost it and can't get services. But you're going to give that stuff away to people who don't give two licks about what this country stands for? I'm the type of person this country stands for. American, red-blooded, proud, white woman who will do what it takes for the next generation to succeed in making it run right. Why are you embarrassed, Magic? What's wrong? You got me on speakerphone? You in the grocery store? By your regime. By our regime. I'm mad. I'm telling you what. I'm freaking spitfire mad about that shit. It takes everything I got. Seriously. Everything I got. I know what the consequences are. I have no doubt what the consequences are. Well, I tell you, I'm really wanting to get up there, Vision, where y'all having the bug out weekend. I may not have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out, but I'll certainly show you how to dig a latrine. Just saying. Just saying. But these are real world things, and I'll get on here and I'll start going through some of this stuff, and I'm just like, come on, just get that salve, get that Vaseline from in front of your eyes. Uh, so I'm very selective on the lives that I do go to, or the lives that I'm shown to go, because the algorithm will feed you what you want or what it thinks based on your history, see? So it's already taken over all your ads on your TikTok, your Facebook, all your social medias, even your Google or Yahoo. All that is calculated by what you click on. It knows. We could talk about, let's see, I'm gonna put this one out there. How to build a trampoline and set it up. Watch how many of y'all start getting trampoline ads on your social medias and your Yahoo and your Google or whatever platform that you work on. There's none secure. None of them are secure at all. The one thing they have in common is artificial intelligence, electricity, and the internet. As long as all those things are going, and then we don't even have to worry about electricity because they got them damn satellites up in the sky that can run it all. We don't need electricity down here to run no internet. And they can selectively turn it off. Selectively. They can turn it off for the state of Texas for a while. Let's see what happens. Let's turn it off for the East Coast for a while. See what happens. That's some real stuff. It ain't no made up Hollywood stuff. It's real. Full disclosure, I am not a rocket scientist. I'm not a rocket scientist. Yeah, I turn my cell phones off, totally off at night, and turn them upside down. Redneck rocket scientists here. This Chuck, see, y'all my kind of people. But for the simple fact being is that it does that. And did you know that because your cell phone has already interacted with another cell phone that's in your house, it still knows where you're at, where the other device is at. They interact with each other. Think I'm lying? Give it a try. Try it out. I'm telling you, you got OnStar, you're screwed. You got that full-blown computer stuff in your vehicle, you can turn your phone off all you want. You got Alexa or any of that kind of stuff, it knows, it hears everything. But y'all watch and see, you're going to get advertisements for trampolines. And just so you know, I told you. East Texas. I love East Texas. That's over Nudge's over in East Texas. Nudge and Ed. Jake and Ed. They're over there in East Texas, or over there by Rescue too. Yep, why do you think you can no longer remove the battery from your cell phone? Exactly, Vision. Exactly. They don't want you doing that. They've got all this shit already planned out. Okay? It's already planned out. We're looking at the big fucking picture. They've got it all planned out. And a friend of mine, she's in my mag. I was telling her, she's like, why are you going out? This is like 4 or 5 years ago. Why are you going out and living in the woods and doing all this stuff? Why are you doing that? Ain't nothing going on right now. I said, bullshit. I said, they're testing the freaking waters right now to see who will comply. We know who complied. It's better to know what you got to do now all the way to if you got to walk with just your clothes on your back, can you do it? Worst case scenario. You know, she's like, well, I'm not going to make it very far. You know, she's on oxygen, has to use a walker. I said, well, that's true, you're not. I said, I may not make it very far either, but I'm going to give them fucking hell. I said, I may not be able to take all of them, but I'll take some of them. And the ones that I do take, it'll be their last day, if it's going to be my last day. That's the mentality. That's what I'm talking about, that criminal, mob, gangster shit. You know, you never say never. Because I guarantee you, I know every last one of y'all in here right now, if them fuckers come to y'all's front door, starting some shit, you're going to lay the line. You're going to mow the grass. And when I'm talking about mowing the grass, I mean mowing the grass. That's the kind of shit that eats me inside. Because we got to talk in freaking code and shit. What the fuck? Why do we have to talk in code? And they can just blabber their freaking mouths on whatever the hell they want to blabber it on, but we can't. You see what I'm saying? It's already been taken. There ain't no getting it back. We gotta fight for it. Nanya, I'm having an episode. I'm having an episode. I'm just talking real shit, though. Just talking real shit. That's what I want y'all to think about. At 24. For real. We gotta start putting this pie together and slicing it up accordingly and getting out there and doing what we got to do. That's my goal. Nanya, I was telling everybody that Santa Claus was real good to me. And left some stacks in my stocking. I'm gonna use that to get my truck fixed. But I'll call you and I'll let you know when I'm headed your way. Like always, you know. I know, a day late, dollar short, but I'll get there. But you know, I'm real. Do a background check on me. I'm crazy as fuck. I'll let you know right now. But I will never hurt you. Unless you're on the other side of the fence acting stupid. Coming across that river. Living up in Washington, D.C. If you notice, we ain't got no preppers in Washington, D.C. And I follow a lot of people, and I still ain't found no Washington, D.C. preppers. Or survivalists. Or bushcrafters. But just think about it. And reach out. You know, seriously, reach out so we can start getting this, because I consider all of us right here a mag. Why? Because I know over in East Texas, I got places. If they come this way, they got a place. If I go up to Ohio, there's a shitload of y'all up there in Ohio that I follow, and y'all ain't too far apart. As far as Texas standards go, okay? See, if I was to leave right now, and let's say I was to head over to East Texas, it'd take me 9-10 hours to get over there. Me, probably longer, because I'm going to have to stop because of my back and stuff. But, yeah. Yeah, I know. Y'all, there's a bunch of people in Ohio that I follow. Kentucky, Hudson Valley area. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Canada. There was a few in California that I used to watch, but I don't watch them anymore. I don't listen to them anymore because they're in fucking California. They can't be too damn serious if they're still living out there. There ain't nothing in this world that's going to keep me somewhere. I'm surrounded by all that crap. That's why I love living in West Texas. We pretty much do it and say what the hell we want to say and do around here. I ain't playing. I could walk into any freaking store strapping a freaking 45 you know. They have taken that from these other states. They've taken it. All you got to do is be 18 years old here in the state of Texas with no mental issues, no pot smoking, just normal type of shit. You don't want to give a crazy person a gun. I had to think about that for a minute. They gave me one. Anyhow, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to get this stuff down pat and do it. Even now, for a long time, I was lone wolf, and it's hard. It can be done, but it is hard. And you got to have your shit together, and you got to know what the hell to do. Because ain't nobody going to come help you. You're on your own. And people say, well, you can't do lone wolf. Not for long periods of time. Even the frontiersmen would have to go in every so often to the trading post and get supplies. You see what I'm saying? But it can be done. It's not fun. It's hard. The hardest thing for me being lone wolf was gathering the wood and keeping security perimeter. Okay, that was the hard thing. It's hard for one person to be everywhere at one time. You get very little sleep. And when you do sleep, you have your clues, your little triggers that will wake you up because you sleep so lightly. My triggers were when I stopped hearing the crickets and I stopped hearing like the raccoons. You get to where you're hearing, you can tell the step and stuff of an animal. Fall is the worst time, simply because there is no quiet in the fall. You got to learn how to walk on crinkly, crackly, noise-making leaves. That is the hardest thing. I still have not mastered that yet. You know, I'm just saying. I'm just sharing little bits of wisdom with y'all that I personally have gone through myself. And I'm a woman. So I got to do twice as hard. That's just being real. Got to do things twice as hard, twice as much. I don't have the strength of a man. I never will. But, you know, it is what it is, y'all. That's why I have African boar bells. Great obsec. What are boar bells? What is that, Vision? 3 truckloads. Were they semi-truckloads, did you? Dogs, I tell you what. I'm going to tell y'all a story real quick. I had a good dog, but that dog was not trained. It was not trained to shut up and sit down. If it seen some wildlife, like some game, raccoon, ducks, squirrels, birds, it'd take off running after them. It takes a lot of time and effort to train an animal. Well, I'm going out here in the woods. Well, I ended up having to have my dog euthanized because it was a very protective animal. I love that animal. But no one would take him, okay? That dog didn't know how to do a lot of things, and that was wrong on my part. I'll never have another animal again. Not a dog or a cat for that matter. But it was the hardest thing I had to do because I knew where I was going. I knew what I was doing. And that dog would have given my spot away. It would have given my location away. Because it'd run off and it'd come back. These are things that have to be thought out. So unless you can really train your animal and have that animal trained well, and I mean very well, where you do enhanced sign language, It's hard to take an animal with you. I mean, it was the hardest thing I had to do, man. But I tried to find it foster care. I tried to find it a home. And when I went to take it to foster care, it lunged at them. And there was nowhere else for me to take it. So the most humane thing that I could have done is have him euthanized. Uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, you got to do the hand signals. You know the sign language, because I'm like my daddy told me. There's always somebody out there bigger and badder ass than you are, and so you got to think like a chess game. What's the next move? What's the next 10 moves? You got to be that far ahead of the game. And this is just real stuff. This is kind of stuff that runs through my head all the time. You know. And yes, I decompress and I turn it off and I do all these things, but they don't stop. Up there and up there where they're starting all this shit, they don't stop at all. Why should they? They don't have to. They're running it all anyway. They don't have to stop. You'd think. That's probably why my hair's silver in some spots. Either that or it's because of my damn ex-husbands. I got 3 of them some bitches. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But anyhow, I love y'all. I appreciate every last one of y'all for coming in. You keep on prepping. Give some of this stuff some thought. Really get down and see what's up, because I truly believe 24 is going to rock our freaking world. And it's going to start with the AI. Okay? And I'm not talking about just the robots and all that kind of shit. I'm talking about the total control of stuff. So, just saying. But anyhow, ciao, baby.